Hello, hello. It is Monday night, and we are at the very last Monday Night Live for 2024. So, adios, 2024, and hello, 2025. You guys, we are going to thrive in 2025. So, let's get ready to launch. Let's get ready to set sail. Let's get ready to blast off into our best year ever. I want to just talk for a minute about the movie Groundhog's Day. Have any of you seen that movie with Bill Murray where he goes to the town for what is it, Phil? I can't even think of the name of the city where the groundhog comes out. And if the groundhog sees his shadow, we know there's going to be more winter, right? Puxatawny Phil. So in the movie, Bill Murray goes through a day where all these things happen, and he wakes up the next morning and he realizes it's a replay of the day before. So he is reliving every day over and over and over again. But what it finally ends up being is that after many days, he starts changing the things that he's doing, and he gets different outcomes. So that is a really great theory, right? If you could just have a do-over every day and then fix the things that that you were doing that need to be changed, but you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, so I'm just gonna double check, you guys. I just want to make sure we're live. Just making sure. We are. Okay, we are. Okay. I had a message, and so I never know if it's somebody saying you're not live or I can't hear you. Okay. So the thing with Groundhog's Day is that basically you're doing the same thing over and over again. Same exact thing. Day in, day out, day in, day out. Are you ready for a change? You have to remember that the habits that are so imprinted, the things that you get up and do every single day, and the way that you do them, it's like muscle memory. So it's going to take a little bit of tension. It's going to take a little bit of pull. It's going to take a little bit of maybe feeling a little yucky to actually break out of the bad habits. Okay. And these bad habits could be like physical things that you're doing, the way that you maybe sleep in, the way that you get up and maybe you just have something sweet and coffee and you're not eating fruit or oatmeal or eggs, or maybe you're not putting the right things in to fuel your body. And then as the days go by and the weeks go by, you're just like running on empty. You're not sustaining the energy that you need to sustain. And you know what it does mentally to you? When you are eating the wrong things, it's also just creating such a negative space in your mindset. Things that you put in your body nutrition wise can actually cause illnesses. It can cause you to be sick. It can cause you to have a bad attitude. It can cause you to be short with people. It can create all kinds of things and actually physical illnesses. There's a lot of people walking around with illnesses and they go and get medicine or they go to the doctors and different things, and actually focusing on positivity and putting the right fuel in your body can actually change a lot of that. We can definitely heal ourselves with that. So let's just talk about daily discipline. And those are the things that you will do over and over and over again. And I'm going to tell you guys, I am so guilty of it myself. Like, we are all human and our bodies are really set up to do things a certain way. So we kind of have to fight against that natural instinct of how we've been doing things. And I find it so interesting. I'm going to share with you that I did not see a single weekly accomplishment sheet from last week. Not even one. And I'm going to tell you, 2 weeks ago, I didn't turn in my recognition to Ari. Now, the thing with Ari's recognition is they keep changing when we have our meetings, and then they tell me we're not having a meeting, and then all of a sudden we have a meeting. So nothing is on a regulated schedule. And you can see what happens with that is that then our mind is confused and we don't know what we're doing. And I didn't realize we had a meeting that night, and I didn't turn in the recognition because I got in the habit of not turning it in the week before. The thing with a weekly accomplishment sheet is you can always do it. You can do it every single week. And if you have 0 sales, you can still do it. But as a business owner, because let's be real, you guys, this is a business. Whether it is a business that is providing you with a fabulous discount, or it is a business that is making you money. Maybe it's not the money you want to be making right now, but it is a business. So let's get back to business. And the way that we're going to start is we are going to start with our goal poster and our dream board, our vision board. Honestly, you guys, the last week of every month, you can be updating for the following month. You can, I don't know why I yawn when I do these. You can be getting ready with your schedule for the upcoming month. So right now is December 30th. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Don't wait till January 1st to start planning, because by the time you plan, a whole week will have gone by. You'll be at the 5th in the blink of an eye. So figure out what you're doing now. Give people text messages and calls tomorrow morning so that you are ready to rock and roll and do things differently. And how are we going to do things differently? We are going to focus on them. The interesting thing is, I posted something about a week ago or so for Pam Shaw. So Pam Shaw is a very high up national. She's an inner circle national, and she has her 90-day planner. I have worked with a 90-day planner that is from one of her offspring national sales directors. So it's very similar to Pam Shaw's. And if you are running a business and you are doing a business and you are not treating it like a business, you're not going to get paid. You're just not going to get paid. And the thing is that emotion-wise, sometimes it can be difficult to be in sales, right? We've talked about that. So having a goal poster, having a dream board, being ready to start afresh, and doing that every single month, you guys, every single month should be part of the process. Now, if you are not plugging in, shame on you. Shame on you. Because I have to tell you, I met with a business coach the other day, and we were going through things. I was actually explaining to her a little bit about how Mary Kay works and the money that can be made. And the money that can be made as a director is very different than the money that can be made as a consultant. However, as a consultant with team building, you can make a lot of money without ever even moving into leadership. However, if you're not getting sales and you're not adding team members, then that's going to be a problem, right? And so she was sharing with me that she felt that people were not moving up in my organization because they didn't know how. And they didn't have the right training, and that she could train you all. And she could train you all. And she has a program called the 7 Ps. So there's different Ps that, profit and purpose and all the things that you get trained on from me and from Mary Kay and from other Mary Kay directors. Now, when we go to a place like seminar, when we go to career conference, when we go to the conference that's this weekend, you are getting elevated training. And yeah, it might cost $65. It might cost, $250, $195, depending on if it's a big conference where you're getting lots of training from different people. But you can tune into Mary Kay InTouch and take the training modules. You can get Skincare Confident. You can get all of those things, and you can plug into your training with me. You can watch this replay. You guys. And you know how much it costs you? $0. She was going to offer us a discounted price of only $499, $500, you guys, to get trained in what you're getting for free. If you're choosing to get it, if you're choosing to step up, if you're choosing to tune in, if you're choosing to watch the replay, if you are choosing to open your mouth and get into action, moving forward, getting bold, opening your mouth, and making sure that you have a system of putting things in your calendar. Do you even have a calendar? Do you have a focus for the day? So I love that Pam Shaw did her 8th year, and it's like a New Year's, getting ready for the new year training, free training. She is retiring tomorrow. She will no longer be a national sales director. She will be an emeritus, and she is doing executive coaching, and she is charging thousands and thousands of dollars for businesses and people outside of Mary Kay to get trained by her. Wow. You could take advantage of that for free. Did you do that? Did you go to Pam Shaw's Facebook page and did you watch her training? Did you do that? Okay. These are things that I just want to share with you because I myself have spent money. I have invested in training for myself. I have trained under directors, my director, other directors, nationals. They have all spent thousands and thousands of dollars on training, outside training, which then gets taught to you. Are you listening? Are you taking notes? Are you writing it down? Are you then getting into action? Mary Kay is not easy, but it is very, very simple. So how will you step in to 2025? You guys, if you were selling, let's break it down into units. Okay, let's like reverse engineer it into units. So we know a miracle set is $116. $116. So if you sold one of those a week, that's 4 customers, 4 new customers, 4. That's it. In a whole month, 1 a week, you would have enough to make $225 and order $225, right? That's a minimum order. That's 4 miracle sets, 4 new customers. When we do live events, when we do live skincare classes that are virtual, you can plug people into those. You can then get the link from me and send that out to people. You can play it at your own like gathering with people. Janice Trude in Northern California is doing virtual events every single week. Now, I would have to pay to be a part of that. And I was going to throw it out to you guys. If you would like to be a part of that and have a virtual event that you can do that is outside of me, again, I have to pay for it. So I need to know who wants to take advantage of that. If you don't want to take advantage of it, you don't have to. It is an opportunity to sell. One of the girls that is on our team, we did let's call it a debut. We only had 2 people there, but she had enough to place her minimum order and get her own skincare, and she put $90 profit in her pocket. What? That was just with 2 people showing up on a Zoom. So if you have not done a debut party, if you're a new consultant and have not done a debut party, if you are outside of your 4-month window, like I'm not coming to you, but we can do a Zoom. We can do a Facebook Live. We can do things where you can invite people on and you can make the money. But you guys, you have to be willing to do it. We have to have a guest list. We have to get going. We have to know who we're going to invite. So those are the things I want you to think about as we get ready for 2025. So I hope you have purchased your book, Vision Map. We are going to start this book club in January. And I just need to know from you guys, I will put out a poll. Do you want to read this book and talk about it once a month? Do we want to talk about this at our meetings every Monday? Or do we want to have a separate day where we do book club? So those are 3 options, but get your vision map because we are ready, because we have to map our vision. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so right off the bat, and I will post this in our Facebook group. I'm not sure if I can get this emailed out. I will double check if I can. But when you are getting ready to do your dream board, to do your goal poster, I want you to take this worksheet, and I would love for you to fill this out so that you can get ready to have the best vision board ever. The reason that you want to have these images in front of you is so that your brain, your subconscious brain, is seeing them. So let's all have this New Year's pledge. You can say this out loud. I want you to read this out loud. I am releasing things from the past that have caused discouragement and disappointment. I am open to new ideas, activities, and relationships. Each day, I will work with a laser focus on income producing activities. This new year will be filled with optimism, joy, and enthusiasm. This will be my best year ever. So, you guys, one of the things that happens when we get disappointed in something, we will find the negative things crawling into our thoughts. When they crawl into our thoughts, they can crawl into our mouths and the words can come out. If it is not kind, if it is not positive, don't say it, don't think it, reframe it. Reframe it, because what will happen is as you start thinking about the negative things, you will start to create your own narrative and you will come up with a story that's not even true. It is not even true. And so what I want you to know is that your brain is lying to you. It will continue to lie to you because it's going to go along with your lie that makes you feel good and makes you feel less accountable. And the bottom line is you are the one. You are the one. So let's turn this around and fill this worksheet out. This was created by National Sales Director Christian Sharp. What would you like your biggest triumph to be in 2025? Now, if you want to break it down the whole entire year, or if you want to break it down and do this in 6 months for the seminar year, you decide. You decide. It's you. It's your business. It's what you want. What advice would you like to give yourself in 2025? What is the major change you are willing to make to improve your financial results in 2025? And what would you be most happy about completing in 2025? What major indulgence are you willing to experience in 2025? What would you most like to change about yourself in 2025? Change. What are you looking forward to learning in 2025? What is the biggest risk you are willing to take in 2025? Maybe it's just walking out your front door. Maybe it's just picking up the phone. Maybe it's joining a new Facebook group and reaching out to somebody. What about your work are you most committed to changing and improving in 2025? Gosh, you guys, what if it just started with showing up at training, showing up at meetings? What is an undeveloped talent that you are willing to explore in 2025? You know, you all have talents and you all have gifts. Are you using them in your business? What brings you the most joy? And how are you going to have more of that in 2025? Who or what other than yourself are you most committed to loving and serving in 2025? And what one word would you like to have as your theme in 2025? Okay, so this is the worksheet that you are going to fill out that's going to help you get started with your goals. Now, when we talk about the income producing activities and having more of them, these are income producing activities and you want to focus on them every single week. And at the bottom, it tells you 5 IPAs as a part-time consultant, 10 as a full-time, 15 would put you towards car and director, and 20 plus will fast track you to director. So these are income producing activities. One of the things I want you to think about too, there's a lot of people in the last couple of months that have had health issues and have ended up in hospitals and ended up at medical centers or with doctor's appointments. And I have had the same thing happen. It's not been recently, thank you, Jesus, but it has been something that happened. And in those times, in those places when I had a lot of things going on, um, I had business cards with me. I had goodie bags with me. I was getting phone numbers of nurses. My daughter was like going crazy as I was getting discharged because I was talking to my nurse who ended up being on our team for a while. So, are you not being so caught up in the moment of your illness or the moment of something that is happening that is definitely um, challenging, right? Whether it's happening to you or it's happening to a loved one, those are things that can cause you to forget about everything else and just focus on that. And I would have to say that these are opportunities. I mean, there are things that can go wrong in our life, but are you using those opportunities to to move your business forward? Because I'm going to tell you, God is going to put the right people in your life and the right people in your places so that in those moments that are scary or hard, maybe you're frightened of medical procedures or things that are happening, but could you focus on loving somebody that is taking care of you or somebody that's taking care of a loved one? And wouldn't that be a fantastic way to bless them, which in return, God will bless your business for? So think about being ready, having things already made up with you at all times so that everywhere you go, you have it. And if something does happen that is unexpected, you at least can still be prepared to share. Okay. So let's add this. So when we think of goal posters and vision boards, um, we think of the magazine pictures. We think of all the things going on that we want to put on there, right? The cruise, leadership, becoming a director, red jacket, all those things. Yes, 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 yes. You can also put words and different things on there. Here's another one. This one's a lot neater, right? It's just done almost like a picture. So I think this person actually did this on Canva. So they got real technical, right? They actually did this as a graphic. You can do it as a graphic. I actually have a board upstairs that is a bulletin board. It's a push board. So I use the same board. I just put new pictures on it. So however you want to do it is fine. You can also take pieces of fabric or, things that are tangible and stick them on there. It doesn't have to just be a picture. You can also put words. You can have words. Maybe right now you want to have your star consultant flyer up there, or maybe there's one thing on this board that you want. Maybe there's one prize that you want, or maybe it's points that you want. I have a bunch of other pictures that I wasn't able to add to this tonight that I will put in the Facebook group, red jackets and the Queen's Court of Sales ring, the bumblebee, all of those things. So all of these things you can add to your dream board. You can even go into the app if you have this app on your phone, it's called Piccollage. And you could put different pictures in Piccollage and then you can download it on your phone. You can use it as a screensaver. If you do a big goal poster, like honestly, you want to have a bigger goal poster and then you want to take pictures of it. You should have it in your car. You should have it in different places so that you're seeing it all over the place. And all of these things create visuals for you. So it doesn't just have to have Mary Kay things on there, but what are some things that you want to use your Mary Kay money for? I also I've already booked our 4-quarter star cruise. I already have those dates. I've already booked the cruise, but then I just found out a bunch of people are going, they're booking a cruise also. I don't know where it's out of. And I found out they did it after Faye and I had earned the last cruise. And I would have loved, and I bet Faye would have actually gone on that one. We could have gone somewhere else with nationals. So I'm just trying to see who all is doing this other one, and maybe we'll pivot and it'll, like, we would have to travel to it. But hey, if we're not spending the money to go to a career conference this year, maybe we could spend that money to travel and go on this 4-quarter star cruise with a bunch of Mary Kay people from all over the country. So I'm going to get more information on that. But right now, you have until March 15th to be a star consultant. We are doing a virtual tour. We just did a virtual tour of Norway. And then, of course, our 4-quarter stars. If you are selling enough and you are doing your consistency, if you are getting your charm and your charm bracelet by doing 350 by the 15th, if you are earning the Mary Kay prize every single month, doing that every single month keeps you on star consistency. You will be an all-star. You will not have to struggle. And if you are doing that $700 order a month, which means you're selling $1,400, so you're pocketing $700 and you're ordering $700, you will, without a struggle, you will be on the Princess Court of Sales. Princess Court of Sales. If you've been on the Princess Court of Sales, Faye, congratulations. You've been on the Princess Court of Sales and you are ready to step up. Then what will you do differently this year? So if you have your date book filled and it is not filled with appointments, then that could be a problem, right? That could be a problem. So one of the things that I would have you guys focus on, and I've talked a little bit about it. It was so funny because my girlfriend, who was willing to offer us $500 training, she was talking about different things. And I'm like, yeah, I've done that. So she was trying to brainstorm on where a beauty consultant could go out and get clients and how we could find new team members and find new customers. So bridal, do you know of any local bridal stores where you're at that you could get on their vendor list, or you could have a drawing at the bridal store? What about photographers? Do you know any photographers? Are you plugged in with photographers to do makeovers and makeup for their clients? Have you posted things on Nextdoor? Are you having appointments where you're at? Have you talked to the activities directors at senior places? A lot of senior living is 55 plus, you guys. They are active seniors, not just people that are not active, right? Then what about college campuses? And these are kids that are getting ready to graduate and they want to become employable. So are you focusing on image workshops? Are you helping them so that they can go out there and build businesses? And, maybe you want to just talk about when you're doing image workshops, letting these college grads know you want to play together for the next 3 to 5 years. Our business, even if somebody doesn't take it and run with it and stay with it, our business of Mary Kay helps people with speaking, with image, with being able to go out there and get a different kind of job, right? So just think about all of those things that we can offer. Have you plugged in? I know there's a lot of stores that are closing, but have you plugged into some different stores in your community? Maybe they're smaller stores. Maybe they're not in the mall. Or are there places in the mall that will let you set up a vendor table? Maybe they're doing events. Maybe they're doing fashion shows. Do you know any fundraisers, any organizations, Seroptimus or National Charity League, or any of those groups of girls that are going to be doing a fashion show, and then next year they're going to be graduating from high school. They're going to be 18. And then this year, what are you going to be talking about in January? There's a hot new thing. I talked about it a little bit last night. If you guys were in the Skin Shine Get Your Glow and you saw me putting on all those products, which I kept saying, like, you don't need to use all these products. I was so hydrated. I was so shiny, but but today my face is so soft. It's so smooth. And everybody wants to have soft, smooth skin. And right now on TikTok and Instagram, everybody's talking about this Korean style glass facial. I actually did a little research on that, and I'm going to tell you what, our Hydra session is basically going to give you the results of this glass facial. It is using the charcoal mask, using all the microdermabrasion, all the things. That's what our Hydra session is. So we need to be just marketing that now as a glass facial. I'm just going to tell you that, and you're going to hear me talk about that. So are we doing glass facials? Are we doing New Year, New You? January is in 2 days. So what do you have on your books, and what are you getting ready for? Where are you going to be plugged into for Valentine's Day? Where will you be selling baskets or gifts? Where? Do you have it set up already? These are the things to think about. March is right around the corner. Are we focusing on men's skincare as well as women's skincare? Think about these next few months, and I'm going to start putting some things on the calendar. I will have a calendar getting launched on January 1, and it is not too late to go to Escondido if you want to go to this last training of the year, and we are not going to have career conference. So if you are in town and you can get down to Escondido, tomorrow is the last day to register, and you can get to this fabulous training with all these nationals here in Southern California. So putting that out there to you. And that's it. That's it, you guys. I know that you will be ready to build your vision board, and I will let you know if you do not get your vision board started. I'm thinking about maybe doing an in-person vision board, but if I do it, I have to have RSVPs. So let me see what I can do tomorrow as I'm putting together our next calendar for January, and there you go. Well, I want to thank you so much for the best 2024. It was a fabulous year. It was a year of stretching. It was a year of, it was a harder year than I mean, a lot of people were talking about how hard 2024 was. I mean, it wasn't hard like that. It was just interesting. It was such a growth year. And for all the people that have come into our unit that are not utilizing making money, it's kind of sad when you can make money out there. So let's get that to be our thriving in 2025. I know that God will bless your working hands, and that this is just going to be the best year ever. Again, we are going to have a year filled with positivity. If you are finding yourself stinking thinking, you are hanging out with the wrong people. You better pick up the phone. You better call somebody that's going to be excited and positive for you, because we all need to support each other. Because when you've got somebody talking in your ear, and you've got somebody that is just negative and negative, I mean, you guys, you can't help but start thinking that way. So if you're thinking that way, if you're the one thinking that way, then you guys pick up the phone, get out of that thought process, because you know what? That is not a place you want to stay. And the best place to be is at a skincare class, right? Adding a team member or getting a great sale, because then it is fun, and then it is money in your pocket, and you are going to be so happy. All right, you guys. So we have till tomorrow at 10 o'clock. It is our year-end, month end for 2024. And we are working on finishing a car. And if you have told somebody that you were ready to put your order in and you haven't put your order in, be a woman of your word. Let's get your order in. Let's get all of these last few things done. I posted some things in the Facebook group that you can send out to customers just to get some last minute sales, to make those things happen for you. And if you have any questions or you need any help, just give me a call, because I will be in the office all day tomorrow. I will not be doing a New Year's Eve party. I will be working. So take care. I love you. And I'm just going to pray for you just for a minute. Dear Heavenly Father, I just wanted to take the time to thank you for the blessings of all of these women that you have given me the honor to lead. I pray that you will guide me in my words, in my actions, and just in my heart, allow them to know how much I love them, how much I care, knowing that my heart for giving, my heart for helping, my heart for serving is there. I just need to know that they need it. They just need to ask. They just need to ask me, and I will be there. So, dear Lord, these women have businesses that are ready to thrive. Please work through them. Give them boldness. Give them ideas. Let them hear and listen all the ways that they can bless other women with their Mary Kay. I ask for all of this in your name, dear Lord. Amen. Have a good night, you guys.